Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So the 2022 NFL Draft is officially in the books. It's complete, it's done, it's over with, and I think the Jets knocked it out of the park. Seriously. I actually did a video yesterday why I think the Jets aced the NFL Draft. I'll leave it linked down below in the description box. But look, the job does not stop. Yes, the Jets walked away with a ton of talent, right, both offensively and defensively. I think the Jets made out like bandits. And I'm being dead serious. It's not just me trying to be optimistic, looking at it glass half full or anything like that. But look, we still have opportunities to add talent to this football team here. All 32 teams do. The undrafted free agent market, the guys that didn't get the call on draft day, there's a lot of talent out there. Let's go through the list of players that have either signed with the Jets or are coming in for a workout. First up, we have Ron Hunt, wide receiver from North Carolina A&T, Alan George, cornerback from Vanderbilt, DQ Thomas, linebacker from Middle Tennessee State, Zonovan or Bam Knight, running back from NC State, CJ Brewer, defensive tackle from Coastal, Savion Williams, defensive tackle from Florida A&M, Keshunn Abram, wide receiver from Kent State, Tony Adams, safety from Illinois, DJ Ford, safety from ECU. By the way, I love the Pirates logo, one of my favorites in college football. Deandre Torre, running back from North Texas. And I wanted to highlight a couple guys on that list, guys that I watched a little bit of, in the regular season, not just this past season, but guys that have stood out over the past couple of seasons. Let's talk about the first player here, and that's running back Deandre Torre, again from North Texas here, 5'7", 200 pounds, coming off an insane season, over 1,200 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns. He also returns kicks. He was second team All-Conference USA. He plays with a lot of heart, a lot of energy, doesn't want to go down, just gives it his all every single snap. He was a 4-year starter, and by the way, when he actually came to the Mean Greenback, I believe in 2018, he also had an insane season. 15 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? As a freshman, that's insane. And by the way, I'm a big fan of Seth Luttrell, the head coach at North Texas. He was actually the offensive coordinator with North Carolina back in 2014 under Fedora, and he ends up getting the head coaching job at North Texas just a couple years ago. I know he's taken some heat over the last year and a half, but personally, I would not make a move. I think he's done a great job with the program. Anyway, Torrey, I understand he's only 5'7". I get it. But man, when you watch him play, he plays, again, with a ton of energy, big-time motor. You could just tell he loves football. And those are the types of players that I want on this Jets roster. Of course, we do have to look at the running back position. We drafted Breece Hall. Okay, obviously he's going to be playing and getting the bulk of the snaps. And Michael Carter from last year brought back Tevin Coleman. LaMichael Pirine is still on the roster. It's a pretty, Ty Johnson as well. It's a pretty full room. But I definitely look at Torrey as one of these guys that hopefully he can make the team, be on the team during the the preseason and make some plays specifically on special teams, maybe late in games. But yeah, he's a guy I'm pretty excited about. Next up is Tony Adams, safety from Illinois. This guy's just a tackling machine. Okay, 47 solo tackles this past year, 63 total, 1 pick, 5 pass breakups. He's a 5th-year senior, literally played every year, right? 5 games as a freshman, 8 as a sophomore, 10 as a junior, 6 his senior season, but that was somewhat due to the virus. And then, of course, this past season as well, he's seen a lot of football. Okay, you look at the safety position right now for the Jets. That was my only complaint about the actual draft class. We didn't really address safety. Okay, so yes, I like LaMarcus Joyner. I love Whitehead. But behind those two guys, I don't really feel like we have a ton of depth, right? Ashton Davis, maybe Pinnock, if he sticks with safety, or if the Jets coaching staff keeps him at safety this upcoming season. But it'll be interesting. Okay, I definitely want the Jets to continue to add to this room here. But Adams was actually a cornerback first, right? And then they ended up switching him to the safety position. And we all know that Ulbrich and Saleh love the versatile defensive players. And I think it's important that Adams has lined up all over the secondary. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Najee Dean Sherwood, like the Jets coaching staff, they like to move guys around, switch positions and stuff like that, try guys at different spots, and they like these Swiss Army knife defensive players, and I think Adams fits that bill. Now, the third player that I wanted to talk about here was Alan George, cornerback from Vanderbilt. Another 5th-year senior with great size. Okay, 6 foot, 190, 195 pounds. This is a guy who can line up on the outside or on the inside. And, you look at George, he's actually played a lot, wasn't a consistent starter, but he always got playing time, especially his junior season. And of course, Vanderbilt did make that head coaching change the past offseason, so they had a new head coach in the building. And you look at Derek Mason, the previous head coach there. I know he got fired from Vanderbilt. The wins and losses, it didn't really match up. He obviously left Abram this past offseason to go to Oklahoma State, which I'm really excited about. But Derek Mason is a defensive genius. You know, again, I know he didn't win a bunch of games, but he actually kind of reminds me a little bit of Greg Williams, because he's well suited in multiple defensive schemes, a 4-3, a 3-4, a 3-3-5, a 4-2-5, right, with all the nickel looks and everything like that. He really came onto the scene back at Stanford as a defensive coordinator. There's a big emphasis on playing the same players, dragging games out, really trying to slow down, neutralize opposing offenses. And he's a hard coach to play for. He demands a lot out of defensive players, and to see George as a big versatile corner that received a ton of playing time. And of course, he did come out of high school as a 3-star. I think that says a lot about what George can bring. I don't think he's afraid to do the dirty work. I think if the Jets maybe like him more in the slot, maybe like him more on the outside, it's no problem. He can do either. So really, really excited about George to see what he brings, through training camp and everything like that. I'm hoping he makes the team and really shows out. But anyway, those are the 3 guys that I'm really, really excited about, really looking forward to. Of course, the list isn't complete. The Jets can continue to go out and add guys here, and it should be really interesting to see how it all plays out and how it all unfolds up until rookie minicamp. Okay, so let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Who stands out to you from this list? Is there anybody out there that you really want the Jets to pursue? Somebody that's maybe still hasn't gotten picked up? The one guy who I wanted the Jets to scoop was cornerback from Clemson, Mario Goodrich. I felt like he should have been drafted, but I think he ended up with either the Seahawks or the Eagles. I'm pretty sure it was the Eagles though. And the Eagles and the Seahawks did some solid things at the cornerback position, when I was reviewing the entire NFL draft yesterday. Okay, like late last night, I was just going through all the teams' draft picks here, and walked away totally impressed with Baltimore, New York Jets, Chiefs. The Lions I felt like did pretty well, but the Seahawks, considering all the with everything that was going on with DK Metcalf, Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson, the Jamal Adams trade, everything like that, like they added a lot of young talent to that team. So yeah, it should be super exciting. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, go Jets.